So if you listen to what these presidential candidates are saying, the Republican Party's fucking dead. It's fucking dead. But these assholes, right, the Republican Party knows that they're dead, so they gotta throw somebody up there, and, you only have one of two choices, America, right? You got 100 choices for soap and cereal and shampoo, but just two fucking choices, right? For president, we're one party away from a dictatorship. Someone said I would never vote for a third party, or Ralph Nader, he had said something about, how did he put that? Hold on, I'm gonna make you think. You're gonna watch me think while I'm sitting here. He had said, his father had said something about, there's should we have a third party? And his father said, well, I'm just waiting for a second party. It's a two big business imperialistic party. Of course, that's just how it is. So they're both pro-corporate, pro-imperialist, and that's healthcare. Health is life. How come our government hasn't given us any healthcare? Because they don't give a shit about our lives. This isn't me preaching about anything, actually. This is a JFK quote, and this is Ted Cruz, okay? So Ted Cruz, he says that he's a Christian first, number one, and an American second. And I think this actually comes to a question of identity. Me being Kentuckian and actually, talking about states' rights and shit, I grew up feeling I was Kentuckian, number one, American, second, and the people have lots of different rankings. Number one, I'm a mother. Number two, American. Number three, Christian. Number four, Canadian, right? I mean, Ted Cruz says he's an American second. Well, no wonder he puts America as second. He's a fucking Canadian, so I can't even believe America is even on his ranking. But just JFK, John F. Kennedy said the exact opposite. John F. Kennedy had said that he was an American first, a Catholic second, because there's a big problem about him being a Catholic. Well, he's an American first, a Catholic second. So here's a quote that he said, and I'm just going to end it off on that. Essentially, he's in favor of the separation of church and state. He wanted to make sure to talk to the Protestants, to let the Protestants know that he was getting his orders from the magisterium, the Pope, right? The magisterium is the council that controls all the cardinals and bishops and shit. So he had to, I don't take orders from the Pope. I will not allow my religion to dictate my policies. He was also in favor of separation of church and state. And here's JFK. For while this year it may be a Catholic against whom the finger of suspicion is pointed, in other years it has been and may someday be again a Jew or a Quaker or a Unitarian or a Baptist. It was Virginia's harassment of Baptist preachers, for example, that helped lead to Jefferson's statute of religious freedom. Today I may be the victim, but tomorrow it may be you, or maybe even you. No, not you. You're cool. Sorry, but until the whole fabric of a harmonious society is ripped at a time of great national peril. So, finally, I believe in America where religious intolerance will someday end, where all men in all churches are treated as equal, where every man has the same right to attend or not attend the church of his choice, where there is no Catholic vote, no anti-Catholic vote, no block voting of any kind, where Catholics, Protestants, and Jews at both the lay and pastoral level will refrain from those attitudes of disdain and division which have so often marred their works in the past and promote instead the American ideal of brotherhood. So there was some issue I was thinking we're gonna watch me think again, okay? Because it says in the very beginning, it might be a Catholic, it could have been a Jew, a Quaker, Unitarian, or a Baptist. So essentially JFK is saying, let's all the religious people get along together. And I don't give a fuck about any of the religions. I think it's all stupid. You want to be stupid, you have a right to be stupid if you want to be. But in terms of identity, are we, am I a Gallatin Countyan? Am I a Louisvillian? Am I a Kentuckian? Am I an American? Am I an Earthling? My nationality is Earthling. To say that you're a Christian above being an American, I think he's doubling down, and he's really saying religion is what it's all about. Man, I wish I could fucking remember what the fuck I was... Oh, it was about Virginia's harassment. Oh, Kentucky history. So, in Kentucky history, it was the Baptist preachers that tried to outlaw slavery. And because the Baptist preachers tried to push, you know, they said, no, fuck slavery, we don't believe in that shit. Jesus, you know, I mean, God, that's, how can you consider yourself a Christian and defend slavery? They used the Bible. The people who had slavery defended themselves with the fucking Bible. And that's fucked, you know, that's fucked. They defended themselves with the Bible. And so what they did in the first Constitution of Kentucky was they outlawed Baptist preachers. They outlawed the Baptist preachers, saying that they can never hold office, because if the Baptist preachers were able to hold office and they're against slavery, then they might abolish slavery. So, you know, when I hear a story like that, I'm all about the Baptist. Religion has a mixed history. There are good people who speak in the name of religion. There's bad people who speak in the name of religion. Essentially, the conclusion is, you know, I think there is some fucked up shit with religion, but in order for... You know, there's going to be good people, there's going to be bad people. That just goes without saying. There's going to be good Christians, bad Christians, good Muslims, bad Muslims. Any fucking group of people, there's going to be good and bad. What religion does is it fucking warps your brain to a point of no return. You can use religion and be one of the best, most stellar people out here in the universe. You can warp religion for your own violent ends. But for good people, quote unquote good people who think that they're good, to do bad things in the name of goodness, that requires religion. That the evil people who do bad things, they know they're fucking bad. They know they're bad. But people who are religious who do bad things, they don't fucking know they're bad. They don't realize it. Nah, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I go to church. I beat my kids. What's the problem? You know, Adolf Hitler, right? He was doing everything for the Christians. Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer says, you know, sorry, God, forgive me for our sins. So he killed all them people, but because he accepted Jesus in his heart, all of a sudden he's a good fucking person. No, you're not a fucking good person. And then Dean Dressel. This is my landlord out of Muldrow. So out of Muldrow, Kentucky, this guy, he told me that he believed in Jesus and in God, and that's all that fucking mattered. It was all that mattered. That's it. He didn't have to he didn't have to be decent to others. He was a landlord. He kept my fucking deposit. He stole my money. He stole $400 fucking dollars away from me. And actually, I won that verdict. I won that judgment. So I need to follow up with that with some interrogatories. So I'm glad I'm mentioning this. So, you know, interrogatories, $400, Dean Dressel. And then, you know, I'm going to talk about that. But Dean Dressel said that he could believe in God, believe in Jesus, believe that Jesus was the route to God, and that's all he needed. He'd go to heaven. So you could rape, rob, steal, kill, murder, right? Hit people, violence, beat them all up, and do whatever the fuck you want. You can do as many bad things as you want, but as long as you believe in God, as long as you believe you're going to be in heaven. Well, Dean Dressel's in heaven, and Jeffrey Dahmer's in heaven, and Hitler's in heaven, and all these evil fucking, you know, just uptight, washed up, religious fucking pieces of trash. You know, if these... And I'll say this about God. What a creepy motherfucker he is everywhere. He's watching me take a shit, you know, that's what he's doing. He's sitting there watching everybody undress, you know, like a weird sick fucking freak. Not only is he a creepy bastard, but he never got consent. He impregnated Mary. He sends 3 people to warn Mary, hey, by the way, I'm gonna fuck you, and you're gonna get raped, and, you know, sorry, I don't want your consent, just this is how it is, right? And Joseph just believes this shit, and the Jesus family tomb says that Joseph was the real father of Jesus, and that he was married to Mary Magdalene, and that he had a son. So that's you know, that's quite the Where was I going with all this? Oh, he's a rapist. God's a creepy fucking rapist piece of shit. He's the Holocaust. He just fucking takes a nap, right? And so not only does he not give a shit about the Jewish people's lives while they're on earth, right? Free choice and all this shit. They picked the wrong religion. So all them Jews that got gassed are burning in hell because they're not the Christian, right? Only Christians can fucking make it to heaven. The Jews didn't accept Jesus to be their savior. So all those Jewish people, if you're a Christian, you think Anne Frank is burning in hell right now? If you're a Christian, you think Anne Frank is burning in hell. So I think that I think religion is a mental illness. There's good people. MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. was a good Christian. Barack Obama, you know, I don't know. He's drone striking people, so that's not a very good. That's murder, right? I don't think Jesus said anything. Jesus was a pacifist. He didn't say anything. He said turn the other cheek, love your enemy. He didn't say blow the shit out of Palestinian children. How's that fucking Christian? It's just bullshit people say just to make themselves look good. Dorothy Day, Oscar Romero, there are people that have done good things in the name of religion. So religion itself has a mixed record. Some people come out of religion being good people. Some people come out of religion being bad. Every fucking group of people has that. Everybody either chooses good or evil, I think. That I choose good, and so therefore that's what I try to be. I want to be good. I want people to think of me as good. And the idea is karma, ripple effect. I put good out there, good comes back to me. But some people could choose evil. There's going to be good people, there's going to be evil people. Religion, you know, is every group, male, female, black, white, brown, there's evil and good. Usually 50-50, right? Down the line, perfectly 50-50. I don't know the percentage of it. And unless you're flat out evil, right, going around hurting people, it's kind of hard to determine who's evil and who's not. But manipulative, exploitative, oppressive, lying. I don't like liars, ignorance, hypocrisy, superstition, and tyranny either. Oppression is some pretty bad shit. But specifically with one bad thing that one person could do to another person, you know, rape, murder, stealing, violence. What's worse than those four? Those are the big four evils. Can we agree on those four things? Just because you have a fucking badge, are you allowed to murder people? Just because your government sends you overseas, is it okay to kill, you know, whoever your government says that you should go kill? Is that acceptable? Are they really the bad guys? Are they really the bad people? Or are they defending their homeland? And maybe that's why they have PTSD, because they did some heinous shit. So, in conclusion, Ted Cruz, you are one creepy son of a bitch. You believe in a creepy rapist, piece of shit asshole who put Anne Frank to hell after she lived to hell on earth with the concentration camps and the syphilis and starving to death. Have you ever talk about a bad fucking death, right? God watched Anne Frank get a disease, get syphilis, starve to death, and then after she starved to death, put her in hell so she could burn forever and ever. Ted Cruz, I think you're fucked up, man. And fuck Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, I hope Donald Trump beats Ted Cruz. Fuck the Republicans, man. I hate the Republican fucking... The Republicans, okay. 13 minutes. Peace.